All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to business. Welcome back to the Region of Luavara. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Mine, honestly, was a little tiring. I actually had to get up early this morning, which was not normal for me. I'm currently running off of like 3 hours of sleep, which is awesome. And then I had an eye doctor appointment today. I just got my vision completely back like 2 hours ago. So still adjusting to that. Gotta love dilation. But other than that, I'll be completely honest, and I'm going to tell this to the players as well. I have like nothing prepared for today because I have been so busy this last week. So we're vibing today's episode. I mean, I did a little bit of pre-prep like last week, but at the same time, it's like, don't expect anything like too crazy. My brain is still on autopilot. So I'm going to do my best. But hey, sometimes when you're not prepared, you can get the best content. And that's what I'm hoping for today. Alright, luckily everybody is here today, so we're not going to have any issues with people not being filled in. But don't worry about Matt. Matt has been thoroughly filled in, thanks to Rusty, Jacob, Cody. Everybody was filling him in as the session was going on. He's going to sound a little bit different as well, because he has a new microphone. So if you're watching the VODs, or if you're watching this in the future, Matt's voice is going to sound just a tad bit different. Other than that, let's go into the chat and say hello.
Operatic maestro, and he always talked about how he was friends with the Pope because he watched the Pope every morning, and I'm just like, how are you a priest? A, and then B, why are you in Pennsylvania? This is not the environment for you, good sir.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if he's making it work, it's making it work. I can't.
True.
Look, my uncle is a pastor, but he's actually debating on leaving the church he's at to go to the church.
That's what you should do. You should become a certified minister, Rusty, and then you can make money just officiating weddings.
See, here, so we just gotta agree that going forward, we just infiltrate organized religion with gay men and women pretending to be pastors and spreading a different message.
Okay!
Supercells.
Hi!
Oh, shit. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Don't spread all the secrets. What the fuck?
Okay, I was not expecting that.
I don't think we could have asked for a better time for him to come back in.
I know, right? Just sitting here, just mindlessly, just bullshit.
You guys, do you guys not realize, like, when I undeafen, I just sit here and listen to you guys for like a solid minute or two?
That's the thing.
I noticed. I just let it happen though.
That's the thing. I'm purely just looking at the Roll20 screen. I don't even have Discord like pulled up, so I don't know when you unmute. So
Gotcha.
Same boat.
So I'm like just vibing it.
Yeah, kind of like how we're vibing today's episode, because I didn't really do anything to prepare for today.
Oh boy.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of confessions and whatnot. So
I mean, the primary issue was that my eyes were dilated for like the last 6 hours. So
that is completely understandable.
Yeah.
Can't really look for images or write scripts or anything when your vision is shit.
Impaired.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's just a wing it day.
Yeah, kinda. And I'm gonna be making up lore on the spot.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Lots of
we-
popping.
Improv
We love
writing.
sudden lore.
I love it.
Sometimes the best part comes from that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta
Okay.
have a good improv session once in a while.
Previously, we have successfully made it through the forests of Elendor, and you have all arrived within the Kitsune village of Asavira, and learned a little bit more about the Kitsunes as a people, as a culture, really diving into understanding them and learning about their special powers, which is not your standard typical magic, but instead spirit magic.
Ooh.
While yes, Shin and Kenshin have warned you guys that spiritual magic is not available to learn for the public because of how dangerous it is. And it was very thoroughly displayed on how dangerous it is when you guys met the village elder, Ray. as soon as you guys started talking to her, she immediately identified each and every one of you. Upon speaking to the elder and learning a little bit more about spiritual magic, learning the dangers of what it can do in the wrong hands, but also learning a little bit more about each other. Namely, Silky, as Ray so casually dropped a hint of Silky being the fabled Lightbringer.
Woo!
So, we are going to go ahead and pick up, still while you guys are in the meeting with Ray, Shin, and Kenshin. Like, immediately after she says to all of you, the journey is going to be very long for each of your spirits to be healed properly. Longer for some, or shorter for some, or for most of you, but most definitely longer than the Princess of Elendor and the Lightbringer.
I was today. As soon as she says, the Princess of Elidor, I would just drop the disguise.
So, Cody talking here. Just a heads up. She has not met Ragnar before, has she?
No, she unfortunately does not know who you are.
My journey is going to be a long one. To correct
I
my
don't plan on
problems.
getting anywhere near this woman.
Too
I
late, they're over
stay
here.
broken.
Well, she wants to cure my racism.
Oh,
Oh, God forbid the racism being cured.
God forbid.
God forbid we
I
stop
don't know
dipping
if
our
that
toes
can
in
be cured
racism.
here. I'm not sure there
Listen,
is a
all
cure
I
for
know
COVID.
is one of the few things I heard from last week was Alistair slaps you after you take an Olympic dive into a swimming pool of racism. Or something along those lines.
So, immediately after Ray proclaims that, Silky is taken aback a little. She's gonna look at Ray and say, "You must be mistaken. I'm definitely not the Lightbringer."
I don't know, Silky. Some things are kind of falling into place here.
As much as I want to just blindly believe the Kitsune lady, who
Like-
what was her name again? Sorry,
Ray.
Ray. I'm trying to believe Ray over here. Could you elaborate, extrapolate, give us a bit more information on that? Because we don't actually know what the Lightbringer kind of sort of is.
Well, legend has it that the Lightbringer is the harbinger of hope, the revitalization of silence. The Lightbringer is said to quell the darkness that silence has been shrouded in for 500 years and restore it back to its golden age period.
I look at Silky, back at Ray, back at Silky, back at Ray.
And according to legend, when the Sword of Silence is returned to Luavara, then the Lightbringer has also come to the world. And Silky's immediately going to say, "But there's no way it can be me."
Silky, have you tried to draw the sword since we were up in the Boreal Tides?
So you're going to immediately see Silky reach down, grab the sword, and grasp the hilt. As soon as she grabs onto the hilt, Shin and Kenshin are just going to stand up, like reach out and shout, "No, no, no, no.
remember, it's always gonna
Don't-
stop. Like, no. Remember, we were told that holding it, uncheating it, is kind of dangerous.
So we should go to like a
So
cave. and do
don't
this.
unsheath it, but see if there's a reaction to the hilt.
Yeah,
I think we should just take the sucker out.
No,
No.
Super
even Talon
powerful
said
weapon.
it would be bad if it was unsheathed.
Yeah, I get that, but like, what's the point of having a super powerful sword if you can't fucking use a super powerful sword?
Because maybe it's meant to be unsheathed in silence.
Silky's gonna pull on the sword, and you're just gonna hear a chunk. See?
A sigh of relief.
It can't be. It can't be me. I can't draw the sword.
But there's nothing actually saying that the Lightbringer is the one meant to wield the sword, though, either, Silky.
Didn't Lady Isabella say something about the Lightbringer returning the sword to the king?
1 second, Alistair pulls out a little book, starts flipping through it.
No, the legend proclaims that the Lightbringer is the next wielder of the sword.
So, if the legend is the Lightbringer is their next wielder, she might be a Lightbringer, but hasn't drawn out the.
Well, they
Okay,
did say there's something with your soul, so maybe since your soul is not complete or is injured.
Probably the same situation like mine, where for some reason my druidic magic isn't
Goes haywire.
doing
Functioning?
what it's supposed to do. Because, I'm supposed to be shifting it to an animal, not whatever's been going on with me.
At least you got magical ability.
But then again, there's also
I just give
Lady
you a fist. I just put up my hand, fist bump, Rusty.
But there's
Have you
also
had
the
magic?
encounters with Lady Isabella. They seem to be rather not really coincidence.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this outright right now. Lydia Spell is a merchant. Silence is the merchant kingdom. There is a goddess of silence. Lydia Spell is the goddess of silence because she's neutral in all this. Boom. Problem solved.
That's a large leap, but
Is it
sure.
though? Is it though?
Oh, of course it is.
I will make a bet with you on that one.
I think I'm gonna win that bet. Thank you very much.
We'll talk about the details later.
Sounds good.
But
I'm gonna bet
it-
Xavier's
it's-
chicken.
It's odd how if she's a merchant,
You say that,
nobody
he
has-
just turns and stares at you.
nobody had heard of her, no matter where we went.
I think
would
we only
think-
asked like a couple people.
We have
Yeah, but
like,
we have
But
a.
still, a
Two groups of
merchant
people.
carrying that kind of goods would definitely be well known.
I'm just saying, if she's not the goddess of silence, she's definitely something up in the pantheon. Cause that lady got freaky weaky powers that none of us can deal with.
Mickey
The
Boo
lady,
Boo.
Her magic
The-
was
the
off
ladies-
charts.
the lady served as tea and then disappeared. The entire camp gone, like a fucking swamp hallucination.
I mean, it's not far off from what I can do. Just a little bit more movement.
If I may ask, who is this Lady Isabella that you all speak of?
What else? I'm gonna give her like the full breakdown of all Alistair's detailed notes on Lady Isabella, like height, hair color, all the weird shit that happens whenever she appears, the magical energy she exudes. This woman's a threat, and Alistair's been studying her.
Hey, she may be a threat, but hey, at least she has the goods, okay?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Listen, a threat is a threat until proven threatening. Right now, she's just a thing.
But I like how all this is just being said, and our guide is just right there.
Just
Yeah.
Actually, the guide's like, "What have you guys been up to? What have I signed up for?
I've already apologized to Ellison like 8 times for this malarkey.
Ray is gonna sit there thinking for a second, and she's gonna say, "Odd. The description of this woman that you're saying sounds familiar."
Familiar?
Yes. She sounds very similar to the Wandering Maiden from the Tale of Two Brothers.
Alright, I guess I already lost that bet.
oh,
Now,
oh.
can you please tell us what this is?
Oh, I know that one, says Silky.
I do.
The Tale of Two Brothers is a story.
For those of us who did not grow up with books, elaborate.
It's a fairy tale. It tells a tale of two brothers, one good, one evil, who help the world establish itself in the pursuit of power. And they received help from the Wandering Maiden, and they were the ones who set the story in stone for the country of Demrin.
For those of us who aren't staring at a map right now, where is
Demrin is the giant
Demrin-
place in the middle.
Yeah, Demrin.
Oh, okay,
Demrin
my
is the
bad.
giant continent in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the middle of Apinox.
It's that freaky weaky place.
Yeah, that freaky deaky.
Alright, so she's not the goddess of silence, but she's totally, most definitely this other super important historical figure that definitely should not be alive, given how old everything is.
Well, regardless of that, it still doesn't prove anything that I'm the Lightbringer. I can't pull the sword, and by no means am I a leader of any kind. I'm a failed lab experiment.
Well, Silky, we don't necessarily know that you're actually a failed experiment. Yes, what we could find from the records suggested so, but mayhaps they were afraid they couldn't control you.
I would say I thought they more Silky dangerous, get rid of before Silky caused problems information, not Silky no use. Goodbye, Silky.
Yeah, if you were a failed experiment, I don't understand why they would...
Have so much predicated information on you.
Yeah, they would
I mean, the
try
biggest
to cover up so much of your history.
the biggest threat that I have ever been to anyone before I started traveling with you guys is the mouse that I ate when I was 6.
That's honestly probably fair.
That's a drastic change compared to when you joined us.
Well, I lived on a
You
farm
killed a
for
man.
most of my life.
And I mean, you say you're not a leader, but you're practically the leader of this merry band of misfits.
Since when?
Since you
Since
hired
day
us.
one.
Yeah, I hired you guys to get me to the next town. Little did I know that I was traveling with a princess or the soon-to-be daughter of people who were leading the Northern Nation, or the son of the Thrasher of the Sands, or the
Well,
royal
we didn't
or the
exactly
royal
know much
butt
about
wiper
you
over
either,
here.
Silky.
Like, what do you want from me?
I also
All
just
we
like
knew
sitting
about-
there looking.
Silky, all we knew about you was you were
Silky?
slightly different
Alistair's just
cat
looking at his
girl
hand, being like,
with
I
a
don't have a
giant
fancy
dog
title.
that scared the wits out of us.
Silky, I'll have you know it's Royal Asswipe.
I was being formal.
Alistair's like, and they get a fancy title? Like, just mumble out to you, when do I get my fancy title?
When you come out of the closet.
You did. I mumbled that, A. And B, what?
Uh,
Oh boy. Anyway, setting things aside, there's gotta be a reason. Don't you think it's strange that all of us ended up together in the first place? I mean, what are the odds?
Not really. I don't know, pretty good. That was a pretty big town we were all in. Everyone was looking for work, so we had an easy job, so.
But at the same time, like, we came from so many different parts of the...
Some far, some close.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fate can be a very strange thing.
8 is a very strange. Oh, you meant fate.
She just glares at you. It's like,
I take offense
hold on,
to
hold on. I'll find it.
that.
Very well then. If you solely do not believe, then how about we test our theory?
finally.
Like, are we talking like?
Answers. Tests.
Are we talking about like doing some math or like reading in English? I don't got a formal education, so I don't know how good I'll do.
I mean,
I don't think their expertise lies in the soul, Alistair. I don't think it's going to be anything.
I don't think I got
should
one of those
be
either, to
worried
be
about.
honest. But okay.
There we go. I found
Well,
it. There
obviously
we go.
you did.
Cody's saying this and not Ragnar. I mean, she's already a lab rat. She's used to being tested.
That's fucked up, but yeah.
It's fucked up.
The thing that KP posted was perfect for that.
When does a man become a monster?
I think the picture I just posted, or the GIF I just
No,
posted.
yeah,
is
KP's
perfect.
winning the
Well,
One
in that
second,
case
I
then,
think I got the.
in that case then, let us do some testing. Shin, would you be so kind as to go get Ina? You're gonna make me deal with her? Fine. Be right back.
Elswin, I would like to apologize for once again dragging you into a situation that we really did not think was going to happen.
Oh no, this is really interesting. I'm just enjoying
Oh, I've
myself.
no argument there. As you should. You absolutely should just enjoy yourself in this situation. Listen, they're all more important than I am, so I think I'll just join you. We'll get some popcorn or something and watch all this play out.
Hey, you're just as important as all.
I'm just a
Perhaps it
dude
would
who
be-
walks you from point A to point B.
Perhaps it would be polite to reintroduce ourselves to our guide now that everybody is.
Alistair, without you, our group would lose 50% of their damage.
Did you do the math on that?
It's true though. Last session, I was
No, I
was
saw. I watched that bit. I very much just my character sheet is innately lucky because I'm innately lucky. Jacob, you just suck.
I
So
hit more with
Shin-
your person than my person.
So Shin
I
is
hit
going
with
to
yours.
I know.
appear back, and this time he's going to have somebody with him. Who is this Ina, as Ray informed you on. She's going to appear, and yes, she looks as sinister as she does. You're gonna see her glance over at everybody, smile, and then bow to Ray. Grand Elder, how may I be of your service? Ina, I do believe that you still deserve some punishment for your little joke, as you call it, on the last group of tourists that came through. Silky, would you please come forward and present the sword? Silky's gonna walk on up. Then Ina is gonna step in front of Silky. Ina, I would like you to go ahead and grab the hilt of that sword. She's gonna just look back at her. Okay. She's gonna reach out to it. And the second that she grasps the sword, immediately you guys are going to hear the sound of singeing.
Can no one else touch that thing?
And then instantly she's going to retract her hand as you see like smoke rising, like the smell of burnt flesh and just the god-awful smell of burning flesh fills the room.
Oh God.
And you look down at Ina's hand and it's completely destroyed. Her entire palm of her hand is just burned.
I don't want to. Have none of us ever tried touching the sword before?
No.
No.
Yes. There was a situation where I had the sword, but I didn't touch the hilt.
Thank you, Ina.
Mm.
You may leave now. Yep, she's gonna disappear into a little pink fire.
Is that
Good.
all you brought her for?
Yes.
Burn her hand?
She did kind of injure a couple of tourists that came by a couple days ago.
Like, I can't walk for a week injure, or like, my pride is wounded injured?
Her hand will heal. Now, who wants to try and grab the sword next?
I would be the stupid
Alistair
one.
actively takes a step. Alistair actively takes a step backwards.
I would be the stupid one.
8. Are you sure you already have a scar to contend with?
Less recognizable. Well, you know what I mean.
I can't, in good conscience, let a princess do that.
I can.
Right
Hey,
here,
grab the
she's
sword.
a big girl. Let her do what she wants.
I'm sorry.
So Ragnar, you want to grab the sword in her place?
I guess.
Ragnar, I'm sorry, but remember, I don't have that title anymore.
Yeah, but we're aiming to get it back. As I reach out and grab the sword.
Ragnar, you reach out and grab the hilt of the sword. And nothing.
Huh?
See, everything is fine. Now,
I look towards her as like...
I would reach
What?
after Ragnar's done.
Yep, 8, you reach out and grab it. Nothing.
I'm so confused.
Do I gotta be like using just my hand, or can I wear a glove? Like, what's the rules here?
I don't think it matters at this point.
Great.
All right, Xavier, have at it.
Please, Alistair, you grab the sword next. So
Just gonna grudgingly walk up the Silky.
She turns to you. You grab the sword. Nothing.
I could be so mean right now.
I hate this. I
I
don't
tell you,
prove
we're
nothing.
all taking turns.
This... Yep, Xavier, grab the thing. Prove that there's obviously just something weird with it.
Oh, Xavier, you grab it. Nothing happens.
God damn it.
Do I need to grab it at this point? I'm pretty sure it's just proven that.
Yep, Araceli, you reach out. You grab it. Nothing.
So it recognizes all of us.
Ellison. Ellison. Ellison reaches out and grabs the sword, and she says, it's warm. Not burning, but it's like holding your hand close to a fire in winter.
Okay.
The sword aligns to the sword looks for the alignment of your soul. The reason why most of you are able to hold the sword is because your souls are grayed. Hina couldn't grab the sword because her soul is corrupted and evil.
I knew it had to be something like that.
And Miss Ellison, you were able to grab the sword and display comfort with it, as the sword knows that your soul means good. You harbor no ill intentions.
I forget that this party's mostly neutral, to be honest.
You're all neutral.
That's fun.
Wow.
Every single one of you is either chaotic or true neutral.
You know what the funny part
Yeah.
is?
None of us.
The reason that's still neutral is because I completely forgot to change it on my character sheet. It's a thing now. It's a thing now. Oh, that's funny.
Now, before we begin, do any of you have any other questions you wish to ask me, or Kenshin, or Shin?
I don't think so. It's kind of a lot of information taken at one time.
What's the parameters of these questions, I guess?
We could say that these parameters would be like anything within their
Soul-based.
jurisdiction, like anything with like their culture, their magic, anything that
Okay,
might be
yeah,
relating to every one of you.
Okay, that was just a general question for me because this is the first time I'm actually meeting these individuals.
Mhm.
So
So, when it comes to your spirit magic, it is it something that you directly draw from your core, like your magical core, or is it something completely different?
Anyone can learn spirit magic. Kitsune specifically hold on and keep the art locked within our village, strictly because of how dangerous it is. If people wish to study, they of course would have to relocate here,
Ah,
and they must meet a certain parameter in order to be able to learn. If you fail these parameters, you will not be able to learn spirit magic.
now when you say relocate, does that mean you cannot leave the village, or are you permanently stuck here?
You will have to live here until your training is complete.
Understood. How long does the training usually take?
I've been here 150 years and I'm still starting.
Ah, great.
yeah, nope. Those of us who have I guess looks at the entire party, reduced lifespan, not doing it.
Yeah, wouldn't recommend that.
I would say probably once all the fairs are over, I might come over considering my family.
What happens next? You have peered into ours and gleaned some kind of information, apparently, from our souls, or spirits, or whatever it is. What's our next step? What do we need to do now?
For most of you, your journey begins within yourself. I
hate that.
I can assume that through your travels, you have already discovered more about yourself than you have on your own. Being surrounded by people whom care for you and whom you care about tends to open yourself up. For most of you, I would suggest continuing on this path and seeking the answers in which you desire as you travel. And most importantly, caring for one another and keeping each other safe. However, for Miss 8 and Miss Selkie, I would like for you to perceive a higher form of spiritual connection.
Higher form?
What does this entitle? I would like for the two of you to rest within the spring of purity.
Is it dangerous?
No.
No, it's pure, Ragnir.
The spring is not dangerous. Shin and I will be there, of course, to help you. However, it is not a full-on observation. We are simply using this spring and its connection to the spirit world, or to the aether, in order to peer deeper into your soul and figuring out what is causing your disconnection with your druidic magic, what this other tie into your soul is, Silky. So, Kenshin, would you be a dear and show these two to the changing room, please? Yes, ma'am. Ladies, follow me, please. The rest of you could follow Shin and I outside.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Guess we'll see you guys later.
Have fun. Don't drown.
So, as Silky and A
I forgot her
head
too.
into the changing room, the rest of you are brought outside, down a little forest path, in where you guys can see the Spring of Purity.
Yay, copy paste.
One at a time.
Now I just have to realign everyone. right, and of course, Ray and Shin welcome you all to the Spring of Purity. It's a little cove hidden within the forests, a little ways up the mountain, and it is appearing to be like the only body of water within this section of the world. But the weird thing is, as you guys get closer to the spring, you guys only hear the sound of the rushing water up here, but you see no outlet. But the water doesn't move. You see like little ripples coming from the waterfall, and then as it gets closer and closer to the shore, it calms. Alright, Silky and 8 eventually join you guys. Their usual like armor and stuff is like replaced with like traditional like bathhouse robes. And Ray is going to smile and say, "Okay, let us begin. Silky, 8, please step into the spring." Oh, not Ragnar.
Yeah, throw Ragnar in the
let's go.
pool.
Throw Ragnar
It becomes a spring of
diving.
impurity.
Throw
How'd you
him
get
into
started
some-
spring of purity? Well, about that.
Did the purification spring help you with your crippling racism?
Now,
That was bad.
I would like for you the two of you to close your eyes and empty your minds. Hear the rushing water and the coolness. Hear the sounds of the rushing water behind you, and focus on the cool sensation of it around your legs and feet. Think of nothing. Of course, Silky and 8 close their eyes and they begin to focus. And you're going to see Shin take out his book. And Ray is also going to wave her hand, and you're going to see like her arm be surrounded by these bands of light blue runes, and the same goes for Shin as his book opens up, lights up, and you're going to see, of course, like his tattoos are going to start glowing blue, and you're going to start seeing them drawing runes in the air, and then just like pushing them in certain directions, eventually surrounding Silky and 8. Alright. 8. We are going to start with you.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going to give you 3 attempts at your knowledge nature skill, which I believe is one of your highest skills.
Other than perception, yes.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Stage.
Damn.
Not too shabby.
All right.
All hail the sage.
Truly the best macro.
So, as the runes on the water, they're like they kind of like float in the water. as Silky and 8 slowly begin to focus on calming their minds and looking within themselves. You suddenly start to see some of the runes closer to 8 lighting up.
Going to assume that means she's doing good.
You are correct. Ray is going to take a step out into the waters, and you're going to see that she doesn't go in the water, she walks on the water.
I shouldn't be shocked.
And she walks out to the into the spring, and then she places her hand on 8's forehead, and then reaches out with her second hand and does something similar to what she did to you guys when you first got there, how she pulled that little string out of your forehead. Well, now she does it to 8's core, and it extracts a much larger rope of this arcane energy. And you can see her like twisting it, bending it, almost like observing it and reading it. And then rune after rune, lights. And then finally, she says, "Ah, there it is." She's gonna move her hand out from one of the ropes and then kind of like open up the threads. Now I have to have her make rolls. Let's see. All right. While all of this is going on, it is Silky's turn.
You got this, Silky.
Now, Silky is going to need a little bit of assistance. So she is going to activate her focus trance
Poor
for
Silky.
all 3 rounds.
Cracky.
And then she's also going to be casting guidance on herself 3 times.
Man, Silky getting all the bonuses.
Damn, she beats it.
Fortunately, she needs it, because this check is absurdly high. So, 1, 2, and where's the macro for the sage? I don't think I have the
If
macro.
I haven't personally,
Whatever.
I think I put it in important.
I don't really
I've
care.
pinned. Let's see.
I don't really
Is
care.
it in
She
the
can
list
make it.
of macro? It is not in the list of macros I've put in here.
What are we talking about?
Here, I'll grab it.
The sage. It's okay. Silky passed.
Oh, either way, also.
Yeah, I was looking for a 50. All right. So as Ray is looking into 8's core, you guys notice the runes around Silky start lighting up.
Oh, she's doing good. Alice is just casually eating some beef jerky during all of this.
You bastard.
Do you want some? Oh, you're in the pool. You can't have any. You can't swim. You can't eat and swim. Sorry, you gotta wait 30 minutes if you ate.
I need everybody to make perception rolls.
How you doing? God damn it, Xavier.
Quite literally one-upped.
Literally, if we both rolled 20s, you still would have beat me.
Okay.
'Cause I have an 11 and you have a 12.
Ragnar, you found a frog
God,
that looks
It's
kind
a
of.
very
this was a
interesting
20.
frog.
This frog looks kind of weird. It's pink.
It's a pink. Oh God. Konosuba.
The rest of you, including Shin and Elizin, you guys notice, like, as the little runes around Silky are starting to light up, you also notice her left eye catches the blue flame again.
Oh, is that the thing it's done before? That's normal, right, guys?
By the way, the reason I couldn't see it is because I'm shorter than everybody, and I couldn't see over the fog.
That's why we look down at you.
I'm like looking at Aristella. Oh, the blue flame is back. This should be entertaining.
Oh, that's my cue, I guess. Shin's gonna, like, tap himself on the chest, and then he's gonna start walking on the water. And as Shin puts his hand on Silky's forehead, you're gonna notice he's gonna switch his hands as he, friggin' Ray has her left hand on 8's head, with her right hand observing her core, while Shin is switching his hands because of Silky's eye. And then as soon as he goes to reach out for Silky's core, you're going to see Shin, like, reel backwards as you see, like, streaks of blue lightning, like, jolt on his arm. Okay, that's not normal. Ray? One moment. Give me one more moment.
This is getting good. You want some beef jerky, Aristella?
No thanks.
Alright, suit yourself.
Okay. So, as Ray motions for Shin, just one more moment, please. You guys are going to hear a voice that you have never heard before. And it's a female voice coming from Silky. And it says 4 words. Heal me mend me.
Heal me, mend me?
Heal.
No, that's what I heard. Sorry. I guess my mumblings did not sound correct.
Your mumbling made it sound like kill me.
I know, right? Let's say,
No, I know.
No.
Listen, it's great that
This grabs Ray's attention. Shin, keep that connection. Do not lose it. I'm doing my best, man. It's really strong.
I'm hitting a dead zone.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Kenshin is going to hold out his hand and say, "At the moment, I apologize, but no." Ray is going to very carefully put 8's threads back together, and then return her spirit into her core. Carefully sever the connection that she had with 8, and then move over towards Shin. Where she's going to start examining Silky, where Shin is just barely holding on to his connection to Silky's forehead, but still can't get to her core. And Ray's going to very carefully maneuver Shin to where she's in control now. While Shin is going to carefully help 8 return to consciousness.
Sorry, I had to make myself popcorn for this shit.
Alright, I'm going to have Ray make another set of checks. Fortunately, as she also reaches out to Silky's core, the lightning, of course, is going to jolt her backwards. And then the voice is going to speak again. Heal me. Mend me. Return me. You're therefore then going to see Silky's eye flare as Ray reels back from the heat of the fire and lunges forward to catch Silky as she falls forward, which therefore causes Ray to plunge into the water, causing the little runes that they drew in the water to break apart. And 8 and Silky, their eyes snap open.
Wonder if they're dead.
They're not dead.
Oh, okay, sweet. That was an easy solution to find out.
Okay, that was probably one of the weirdest things that I've ever done.
I would have to agree.
Gather your footings. The both of you did very, very well. Shin's gonna look over to Ray and ask, what the hell was that? Is that exactly what it sounded like, Shin? A cry for help. What exactly for, I'm not sure. Well, anyway. Come inside, everyone. Dry off.
Sounds good to me. Let's go back in the building.
Sometime later, as Kenshin guides Silky and 8 back into the changing room, you guys are guided back into the building, sitting at the same table that you guys were as you were discussing things with Ray. She does take a little longer to return to the table. She actually is the last to come to the table as Kenshin returns with Silky and 8 back in their armor and all their gear. And then Ray comes back. Apologies. I had to make sure that what we saw today was correct. Miss 8.
Yes?
I am happy to inform you, you are not broken. Your magical core still indeed does have a connection to druidic magic. However, it is a special type of druidic magic.
Special type?
Correct. You possess the druidic abilities of a mutation within the Skin Shapers.
Sorry. Skin shapers?
A very, very long and forgotten practice of druidic magic. As most druids would be able to connect themselves with nature, either obtain an animal companion, or have the ability to change into animals themselves. Your specific magic allows you to alter your body into different aspects and use them to your advantage. I'm assuming you already have the ability to do such a thing.
Correct. But I can never make heads or tails on how it functions.
Well, your transformations have not quite yet developed and will indeed take some time. However, you are in desperate need of proper teaching. Teaching in which I, nor any druid on the surface, can provide.
Wait, did you say on the surface?
On the surface? Then where would I be able to find such training?
As far as I'm aware, there is a few copies of records in regards to skin shaping in the libraries of Elendor. However, if you seek a direct teacher, you would need to find a modern skin shaper somewhere in the Underdark. How many of you are familiar with were creatures?
Knowledge nature?
Yes.
Boop.
I ain't no shit. Yeah.
Even no shit. I grew up in the desert.
More than Xavian.
Were creatures? Creatures are everywhere, says Xavian.
Here, what about? All right, so you. What about where? What about who creatures and what creatures and why creatures?
Who, where, what, why?
Were creatures. Werewolves, werebears, rats,
I'm-
tigers.
I forgot to roll my nature that one.
More specifically, within the terms of lycanthropy. It's a disease, isn't it? A magical one, yes. Lycanthropy is a more primal and animalistic version of skin shaping. Druids of the Underdark have studied were creatures for thousands of years and have discovered that there is a way to control lycanthropy. And through their practices, they have done so. Your abilities, 8, will lead you into the practice of controlled lycanthropy, where you are going to be able to utilize the transformations of were creatures, but maintain your consciousness and gaining the benefits of whatever creature you choose. You, therefore, can have the intelligence of a rat, the strength of a bear, the dexterity of a wolf, the cunningness of a tiger, and many, many more. You simply just need the proper teaching.
So I would have to either get into the archives or find someone that is within that range. She would just look towards the party.
Listen, man, I got nothing on this one.
The,
I mean, we
the
were
problem
planning
with
to go through Elendor,
This is above
or
my
to try
pay
to get
grade.
into Elendor anyway.
the issue is actually getting into the Underdark.
Oh yeah, how do you do that? There's no passage from this side of the surface, isn't there?
Actually, we stumbled across one,
I'm-
remember, guys?
Correction. We stumbled across a massive hole in the ground.
It still leads
There's no-
down there.
There's no passage we can safely traverse that doesn't involve us plummeting ourselves into a hole. that
I mean, either way, I don't think there's any recent recordings of safe passages to the Underdark. The Underdark and the surface don't exactly get along.
Well,
Mm.
what if we get in contact with somebody from the Underdark?
Do you know somebody from the
You-
Underdark?
Yes.
When did you
Will
meet
they
someone from the
help you?
Underdark?
You all met somebody from the Underdark.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cody, who
They
is
are
it?
emissaries from the Underdark. Name.
Oh,
I am back with names.
correction. You met 2 people from the Underdark.
Yes. I know they're emissaries from the Underdark. That much I know.
3.
Talea
Sorry.
Tagath,
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. It's 3
Talia
people you've met.
Tagoth.
I remember 2 of them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
You guys have
Weren't
met
we
3.
supposed to avoid
Yep.
those two?
Yes.
Yeah.
Talon's friend. The maid friend.
Correct.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Talon's
the mage.
friend.
Yeah, she did say he was from the
Correct.
Underdark.
You guys know that Erath and Talir Tagoth are emissaries of the Underdark, but you also know Talon's mage friend, Afradi, who is a drow from the Underdark.
Okay.
Well, mayhaps we meet up with. Well, we're supposed to have contact with Talon in a while anyway.
Yeah, we could search that route if that doesn't work out. Perhaps we seek other advisors.
alright, so we're gonna go to the Underdark to go find 8 here, a druid teacher. But we also gotta somehow sneak into the Elven capital at some point. You know, just for some normal shopping and such. With 8 here.
Honestly, I think getting her Druidic magic in order first would be the better choice.
But
Well,
there's
here's the problem though, Ragnar.
Yeah.
there's also texts that could be invaluable in the meantime until she can meet with.
And the problem is, once we go into the Underdark, we don't know where to find one of these teachers. We don't know where we're looking. We don't know what it looks like. We're literally playing in the dark.
And all of the maps of the Underdark are outdated. So whatever changes have happened down there since the signing of the treaty is completely unknown to the surface.
To be quite honest, it's sounding more and more beneficial to talk to the emissaries from the Underdark because they will have prior knowledge of the environment down there and perhaps could point us to a teacher.
I would kind of prefer to avoid them at all costs.
I agree.
They
but
don't
it is
like us.
I don't
Didn't
think
they
like
try
us
to
either.
rewrite your memories?
You don't know that.
Oh, yeah. You didn't say
I
it?
didn't tell anybody about that. No one
Okay.
knows that. But
My mistake.
it's all right.
No, Xavier does
no.
know. You told him.
No, I did tell. Yeah, I did tell you. I told you in the bats. I haven't told anybody else yet.
Wait. You think they might have tinkered with your memory?
She attempted to.
And you still want to work with them? You
I'm not
still want
saying.
to ask them for a favor?
Listen.
We were already warned about them.
Yes.
I would probably say last resort if
That's my point. Yes, last resort.
Guess our only option are the archives then.
at least for now.
Mhm.
Ellison is going to speak up, but if we're going to be sneaking into Elendor, that's going to be hard.
Technically, we only get to sneak 8 in. The rest of us can just walk in. And
Well,
probably
we're not
Silky.
We're not exactly going to be welcomed into the castle with open arms.
Yeah, but we can. Here's the thing. Step 1 is get into the city. Step 2 is find the archives. Step 3, access the archives.
I really don't like the idea of breaking into the Elven City like that. Number one, they are very adept at magic.
I'm not arguing that. But the problem is we're kind of at a dead end with everything else we're trying to do.
I
A
think
lot of
the
the stuff that
Underdark
we
is
have right now is kind of points to going to the archive.
yes. Yeah, you're right. You have to get in there no matter what.
Kenshin is going to speak up and say, might I suggest someone who is very familiar with the city and who is able to detect these high-level alarms of magic?
You know a guy?
I have a bad feeling about this. Why do I have a feeling?
Shin, wasn't Kodo in Elendor? He might have been. I mean,
Kodo?
I haven't seen him in a while. Well, if they can get along with him, Kodo would be an excellent guide for them.
Who is Coda?
Koto.
Kodo.
It's
Open your ears,
Kodo.
right?
It's Koto.
Sorry.
Koto. He was my companion a long time ago.
Wait,
Companion?
companion?
Yes, he studied with me.
That's cool.
I mean, I guess Kodo would be able to help them. Let me go see if I still have my other half.
Why does that sound highly inappropriate?
Probably a sending stone. Get your mind out of the gutter, Ragnar.
Well, he has to find his other half. It kind of sounds like, Koda was a past lover or something like that. Just the way he was wording it.
If that's what I was thinking.
Perhaps they were twins?
Kenshin and Ray are gonna start laughing at that thought. Oh no, Mr. Goldbottom. Far from it, exactly.
No?
Shin and Kodo were rivals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, different kind of love.
If you wanna
What
be
is
my
love?
lover.
That's called love to hate.
Shin's gonna reappear again. Yep, have it right here. If anybody can get you within the walls of Elendor, it's Kodo. Take this. He's gonna toss something over to 8.
Takes hold of it.
You're gonna grab hold of it, and you're gonna look down on it, and you're gonna notice that it's like a really strange purple and blackish gemstone.
Why do I have a feeling?
Feeling
though?
it's the fucking cat.
Cat.
That's what I'm
Wait.
thinking, Rusty.
Wait, didn't he say his name was Koto? The cat introduced himself.
Did he?
I think so, actually.
Yes, he did, because I was polite to him. And he's like, finally, someone with manners.
Wait, hold on. My memory. I'm sorry. Can I ask you guys? Can I ask you a question about Koto?
Of course.
Is he able to change forms at all?
Not to my knowledge. Why?
Let me ask you: is he able to call down lightning?
Yeah, lightning, fire. He was pretty skilled in the arcane arts. He tried learning spirit magic, but
Let's see.
couldn't.
Does he
Does-
wear a large hat?
No.
No, he
Oh.
wasn't in his. He was in cat form.
Yeah, I know,
The
but
person-
I could have sworn the token had a hat.
Nope.
No, it's just a cat.
My mistake.
Because we came
No, it's
across
just a cat.
just a cat near Ellendor on the outskirts.
Dark fur, weird gem on his head.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Kodo.
She's gonna face palm.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone immediately
no.
looks at Kate.
Um,
You
one who-
may have insulted your best
the one.
helper.
The
Wait.
one.
Kodo is a cat?
Oh,
The
he
one-
was pretending to be when we met him.
No. He is indeed a cat. He is awoken.
What'd I say?
Oh my. So the one that called me an old hag and called lightning on me.
Yep, that's Kodo.
Well, to be fair, at the time you were an old hag.
Just Rusty, all I can say is tank buster sound. You just see like a little icon appear above Ragnar's head. It's like tank buster.
Target locked. Preparing to fire.
All right, so we got a person to get us in there. Do we need
Potentially.
anything else before we? We gotta listen. At the most part, we need to convince this person to get 8 and Silky in there. That's really it. This cat. I don't know how you identify a cat correctly.
What's his
Him?
name?
I guess him. Ah, good point.
I'm guessing.
And then
I'm guessing you guys aren't on the best of terms with Kodo.
It and him might have exchanged a few words that were not so pleasant. I think we kind of patched it up before we left, but not before it got singed.
By a lightning strike.
Hmm.
He might not recognize her considering she was disguised as an old woman.
he'll recognize the rest of them.
They also have
If nothing else,
other
but if he
heightened
takes a
senses.
look at her, he maybe will detect her arcane core.
Anyways,
Regardless,
just try our luck, I
we
guess.
gotta go.
I mean,
It's our best lead.
just don't be rude this time.
I make no guarantees.
And Ragnar,
No,
you
you're
just
a
be quiet.
princess. You know, use those courtly manners.
Courtly.
Use those woes and charms they teach you in fancy people land.
Now I know why now I know why I was told never to become a wizard.
In other words, throw money at the problem. Someone has a problem with the way you talk, you just throw money at it.
But
That's
what
how the
else?
wealthy take care of it.
I'm sorry, I was never spoiled like that.
Nor was I, but it's just the truth. My family might be nobles, but they didn't grow up as nobles.
Well, in any case, I know nothing, and I have not seen you all before. But I wish you the best in your endeavors in finding everything that you seek.
As you, stranger. Do a little two-finger salute.
Feel free to spend the night here. But the road is long, and you should most definitely be on your way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your help.
And Xavier is going to bow.
Yep, we do the polite bow.
And then all three of them vanish in a puff of little fires.
Oh. Well, fuck. Okay.
Wait, I just realized she didn't tell me anything about me.
Oh. Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
It's
One second.
Complicated.
Hey, Ray, can you tell us about Silky? Alistair's just screaming into the air.
No answer.
They're gone.
Alright. Hey, it was worth a shot.
How to put this?
You're broken.
There's something else living inside of you that wants to be fixed, like a doll.
I'm assuming it's another half of you. I would assume it's another part of your soul that has awakened but is injured in some way.
You know how kids grow up and you're born into existence with a magic core but doesn't necessarily awaken until you reach a certain age?
Sure. Keep going, Ragnar.
Feels pretty much like that. Except this other form has a conscience. And apparently is in pain and wants to be mended somehow.
Oh boy, I'm possessed. Yippee.
No, I think you're inhabited by an otherworldly spirit. Possession would be malevolent. This thing doesn't seem malevolent.
Well, we don't know yet.
I mean, it's pretty safe
You're right.
to
We don't.
say that this is the thing that saved 8.
I guess so. But the question is, like, how do we fix it then?
Yeah. Not a clue.
With magic?
If the
That's
spirit
usually how you fix.
If the masters of spirit magic didn't offer to fix it, I don't think there's any fixing it with magic.
Well, I mean, maybe the soul is the sword in itself, and it wants to be brought back to silence. Wants to go home, see its sword, mom and dad. Maybe its wife's a battle axe and its daughter's some daggers.
Just
You know-
fucking look at They're like, bruh.
What the fuck?
If
Sometimes-
we've
Sit here,
got someone
man.
this
I don't
crazy
know.
Before, most definitely.
Sometimes I'd rather talk
I'm not
to a
crazy.
small child.
Are you sure?
Ragnar, talking to you is like talking to a small child.
Oh, right. On that note, let's go get some food, guys.
Listen, this is all out of my wheelhouse, but I'm just throwing out ideas here because honestly, we're walking into a lot of mystery without a plan.
What's new?
Right. Thus, you all spend the night, minds filled with more questions than ever.
Nah,
we came here to
this is
get
probably
answers
the
and
same
not more
amount of questions.
questions.
Well, I mean, you guys did get something answered as to what the hell is wrong with 8.
Yeah.
And they're not new questions with Silky. They're more of just
Okay.
like the same question, but also like, what's this now?
It's not a step forward. It's not a step back. It's a jump to the left, basically.
We've
Where's
been spinning
my-
our tires.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a cha-cha real smooth.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
All right.
Our donkeys are chasing their tails. So, is
Well,
there anything we need to do in town before we head out?
Not particularly, no. Considering the kitchen bosses won't even talk to us anymore. Not really.
Cool.
The next day, you all wake up, rejuvenated, get some food in your stomachs, and I assume you guys head out.
Yep. I don't see why not.
Alright, and on your way out, of course, you see Kenshin at the main gates, standing there waiting for anybody else to show up. Gives you guys a nice proper bow. Yeah, and he
Return it.
says, "Safe travels, adventurers."
I see you. Stay safe.
and thank you for all the help.
And off you go back to Elendor.
And as we are on our way, though, I am going to shoot a message to Talone.
Alright. What does the message say?
Hey, Talone, baby.
Sorry, I'm like, hey, Talone, are you busy?
You receive no answer.
Okay, busy. Got it. At least I hope it's just busy.
Alright. On the road we go. Alright, you know what I'm about, everybody. Who's rolling them encounters?
Do you ladies mind if I roll first?
Go for it.
I do actually, because you always roll like shit.
Because I'm aiming to roll like shit. Oh.
You bastard.
Well,
That could have been a lot worse than I wanted it to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's the problem. Here's the thing: you all want to roll like shit, but can we just? I can't count on two hands the amount of times you've rolled like shit, and we've almost killed 8. Not even just 8.
Well, yeah, that's
8.
what.
Don't go near the spiders. They're poisonous with like 7 different venoms.
ah, yes, I was told that after I got close.
I know.
Hey Josh, quick question.
What's up?
Since we are in my homeland, about how close would we be to Aristella's former home?
Let me see. Aristella's former home. Oh yeah, you are technically from A Severa. I almost forgot about that. I would probably say you lived more along the lines of like on the outskirts of A Severa, not entirely like
Yeah, not right
within
in there.
the city, just like a plot of land on a hill down a dirt road somewhere. Like your family was definitely more secluded and away from the main town, but not so much integrated with them to where you guys wouldn't technically be considered part of their culture.
Yeah.
But because of what happened in your past, there's nothing there.
Well, I wasn't sure if the property would have exchanged hands.
If you want to go check it out, you can. I mean, it'll put a little damper on your travel time, but
Does anybody mind?
I mean, if this
Nope.
is important to you and we're close.
okay.
God, frantically making an encounter.
I mean, we can roll a D100 and see if we can even find it.
Well, I mean, you would definitely know where it is. And it's not
But there's
it's
still
not
quite
going
a
to be
bit that can change in 10 years.
yeah. Well, all right. In that case, then, Aristella opens up and says, "Hey, do you guys mind if we go take a visit to where I used to live?" Of course, obviously, I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with it.
No. I will be right back.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so following the now grown over trail leading up to what used to be known as the old Raven's Grace Manor, now only resides as pretty kind of like an open field surrounded by trees, and grass has now grown over everything. What once Aristella, you remember as just a burning hellscape of watching your house completely be destroyed and destroying the landscape around it, now is covered in life again, as nature has finally reconstructed itself over the destruction of what used to be your home.
She was just never sure if they demolished everything or what, but seeing as everything is gone, just a clean slate now.
Yeah. Like you could probably only assume that like once the fire was discovered, the people of Isabira definitely would have said it's been 10 years. I think we can finally put you know, the ground to rest and allow it to sprout life again.
Recover.
Yeah, to recover. Give me a perception roll. Okay. As you step off the path through the tree line and into the now grassy field, it allows you to walk into the tall grass and reminisce of where, your living room used to be, where you used to have breakfast every morning. And recalling back into your memories where there used to be a large staircase that went up to the higher floors, you happen to spot in the grass like a small patch that's missing.
Strange. I'm gonna go take a look at it.
And as you get closer, you do happen to notice that there is like a small little pedestal hidden among the tall grass.
I guess I'd just kind of gently push the grass out of the way to try and see what it says. What it is.
On this pedestal, it reads the following: Raven's Respite. In memory of the noble family of the Raven's Grace. And as you can recall, respite is defined as a short period of rest or relief from something difficult or unpleasant. 'Tis the name of this field now.
Aristella would just kind of look at it for a bit and kind of smile after a little bit, and, just a little smile, and turn to head back.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what would be left. The first time I've been back since. But this place has a rather fitting name now, so. It's much more peaceful memory.
Who knows, maybe one day you can return and rebuild.
Mayhaps. Mayhaps it's better that nature has reclaimed this area. Only time will tell. What should we get back on our way here?
Are you
Of
ready?
course.
And away we go.
Whee!
New encounter roll.
I'll be honest, it's just going to be a bunch of like those silly little random encounters that you guys have been having.
I'm back.
That's okay.
But I met the. Hey, those are great. I met the Girl Scouts last time.
Back and we're talking about Girl Scouts. What the fuck?
And not
I
to
was listening to
mention the cart in the tree.
Like when I was last week when the first encounter will happen, all you hear is Alistair talking to kids, and he comes back with lemonades and cake. He totally found the Girl Scouts, or like a bake sale.
Okay. In that case, then, yeah, give me a new encounter roll, except this time, give me a D20 instead of a D100.
Oh. Alright. Oh no, Courier goes. I guess I'll go.
3.
Damn, we both go at the same time and we both get the same number.
Oh, well, I didn't even notice that, KP.
It's time to cleanse. Which I don't think I did it right.
To be fair, I thought you said it's time to clench.
No, cleanse.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
That did not work.
Well, technically it did.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
but it's not working properly. Jacob, how do I fix this?
What?
Oh, I think I see. Still not right.
I mean, I didn't change mine.
All right, hold on, because I'm gonna need to find an image for this.
Oh boy.
No.
Chat, give me just a second here.
No rush, my man.
No, because
Jacob, it's not working.
I am genuinely curious as to how this is gonna play out, because this can go one of two ways.
So, KP, let me ask, did you...
I'm copying and pasting from your post.
Okay, did you put the action as it is? Or did you put that under name?
I just put it as it is.
So,
There we go.
There
Now
you
that
go.
works.
what did you change?
I just recopied and pasted it.
Did you
and I
make
fixed
sure...
it.
Did you make sure you put in actions and then have the name as Sage? Or same as that?
I just put it as Sage. Whatever.
Or...
Yeah, my thing is just sage. I don't know. It's fixed now. That's all that matters.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to be an interesting thing.
Well, I mean, it's always interesting.
When is it normal?
So-
I was gonna say it's always gonna be a good time when the DM says that.
Nice knowing you, 8.
Nice knowing me.
So, as you guys are setting up camp, actually, as you guys are setting up camp, what is everybody? Actually, I don't think we've ever established this. Like, what is everybody's roles when you're setting up camp for the evening?
Fire,
I can
provisions,
only-
food.
I can only assume that like Alistair and Ellison are out hunting for dinner.
Xavier's getting wood.
Okay.
So I guess that leaves.
The rest of us to do the lady work, setting up tents.
Ragnar probably digs the fire pit.
Dig the fire pit and the what is it called? The
Routine.
routine, yeah.
All
The
right.
powder room, the water closet.
So I'm going to go ahead and set everybody else aside for a minute here.
The hole
Okay.
in the dirt.
Ragnar.
Yes.
Oh, this should be good.
So as you are digging the hole for the fire pit, you notice you're a couple of like larger rocks short of a proper fire pit, and you're in a much denser part of the woods now since you're farther away from Ace Severa and actually heading towards Ellendor. You're thinking, okay, you know, a couple of extra rocks, you know, just as an added protection, you know. So you grab a little bag, you set off a little bit ways away from camp to go collect more rocks. Okay.
Yep.
So as you're just scouting around, you know, picking up rocks and such, you happen to notice, like, right next to this big berry bush, like, there's a big rock that's like super thick, and it will fit perfectly within your fire pit. Okay.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
you walk on over to it. You bend down and you go to reach out and grab it, but as you do, another pair of hands comes out from the bush, also grabbing the rock.
Oh.
And you happen to hear a voice on the other side of the bush say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize somebody else was picking this rock. I can't really see through the bush."
Yeah. Sorry about that. I didn't see you there. Are you stuck?
Nope, give me 1 second. And out from the bush comes this little fawn girl.
Okay.
And, you know, she brushes the leaves off of her and such, and she looks down at you, and she almost, like, loses herself as she's just staring at you.
How tall is she? Out of curiosity.
I don't actually know how tall fawns usually are.
Well, fawns usually have long legs, so I'm assuming she's towering over me.
Their average height is 5'11".
Okay. She's quite taller than me, but not that tall. 4-2, by the way. Oh my, my apologies. You're quite lovely. I'm taken aback.
You see her suddenly like tense up a little bit as she's just still like staring at you. Give me a perception roll.
It's already there.
Okay.
I knew you were going to ask for perception, so I rolled it preemptively.
I think you need the dice cleansing.
Hell no. Never.
Never.
I just want to see what it does for you one time. Just once.
Thank you.
If you don't mind me asking, are you out here by yourself? It's kind of dangerous to be in the woods this deep.
I failed my will save. She's just still like staring at you.
So you wanted the rock, right? Is it for like a campfire or?
Yeah. I was out collecting rocks for my camp.
Well, like I said earlier, are you by yourself or do you have a group that you're traveling with?
I'm
My
sorry. No, I'm out here by myself.
That's kind of dangerous, isn't it?
I guess.
Well, I don't want to be intrusive or anything like that, but if you, me and my party just so happen to be setting up camp close by, I'm sure they wouldn't be opposed to having another person join us. Which direction are you headed?
I failed my will save.
Is she like just staring at me again?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like,
She finds you very intriguing, sir.
apparently so.
You know that there are like deer in headlights, and just she's super like timid.
Give me another perception roll, Cody.
Yeah. All right. Meow.
Okay, you now finally see she is blushing it hard.
Oh.
Think she likes them big and chunky.
I guess so. Ragnar is now the same color.
Oh,
Maybe a
chat, you
drink.
can't see it. I'm sorry.
What? Check can't see what?
Chat couldn't see the scene that was going on. This is a little fawn girl. I'm sorry.
She's adorable.
Ragnar is fumbling over herself as she is fumbling over herself. So, again, my friends are close by. I was wondering if you perhaps wanted to join us.
You're gonna see her ears like just shoot straight up as you see her face just go beet red as she gives you a polite bow and holds out her hand, and then she like almost shouts at the top of her lungs, "Hi, my name is Bluma. Will you please be my husband?" Everybody else in the party, make me perception rolls.
Oh, please tell me I hear this.
Oh,
Please
I
tell
want
me.
to
Really
hear
want me and
this.
Allison.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, who just proposed?
Okay.
Who got proposed to? Wait, where's Ragnar?
I'm ready for me and Allison to be like in the woods nearby, just be watching this whole thing from the treetops.
Oh,
The best part
fly
is,
on the wall.
the best part is, out of
That's
everyone
what
in
we
the
are.
party, it's Ragnar first.
Yep.
This is the reason why I was saying, oh Jesus Christ, it was Ragnar that the dice picked. Alright, so Alistair, 8. You guys out of as you're just doing your thing out in the forest, 8, as you're prepping the tents and everything, and Alistair, like as soon as you're about ready to nail a deer for dinner, you immediately hear this proposal of marriage.
Did I still get the deer?
You failed. You missed the deer.
Nah.
Damn.
Did you
understand why.
hear that?
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I want to find out. Agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah, let's go.
The hunters are rushing. But we're gonna approach stealthily and just observe.
So first off, Ragnar is silent for like a solid minute because he's just completely taken aback by this. First off, he's gonna cast this on himself.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Ugh. Bastard.
Let's put that in real quick.
My broski over here put some pomade on his hands and just runs his hands through his hair.
Exactly. Well, I've never been proposed to like this before. I
She is just standing there, still bowed, hand out, like waiting for an answer. You can start seeing steam coming off of her head. She's just so red in the face.
Josh, just let me know when I get there.
Ragnar reaches up, grabs her hand, and starts pulling her towards the party. He
She's-
doesn't say anything. He just grabs her hand and starts moving towards the party,
Fuck.
leading her along.
Oh, this is such a bad idea.
This is a wonderful idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm enjoying this. Where's the popcorn?
Exactly.
Alright, so
I
as
want popcorn now.
you guys hear the sounds of leaves rustling, and then eventually Ragnar comes back to the camp with in tow a fawn. And at
And
this
the
point,
moment-
Alistair and
the-
Ellison show up.
The moment I see the group, I look at all of them as like, guys, I'm getting hitched.
What?
What?
Well then,
I look at Ellison and I just motion for us to go back into the woods. And as soon as we were here, we disappear again.
As quickly as we appeared, we're gone.
Wait, what? Ragnar, you do
Huh?
you do realize who just proposed to you? Yes.
I'm sorry. Please introduce yourself. As he gestures to her.
And she's gonna like look at everybody her ears are gonna flop down, and she looks really nervous now, and she's gonna bow to everybody and say, "My name is Bluma Sunclove, and I wish to make your your companion my husband."
I mean,
I look towards the
that's
guy.
up to him.
The party is with a big ass smile on their face, like, yeah.
Do we know this name?
No.
Am I even at the camp, or am I still gathering firewood?
No, you're coming back at the camp now, and your arms are full of firewood, and you see this fawn and Ragnar, and everybody's just standing there like, huh?
And the both of them are beet red. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Hey,
What did I
Bluma,
miss?
I don't know. We're figuring it out right now. Bluma, two things. One, why him? And two, how old are you?
Well, I'm 53 years old, and I mean,
An older one.
Ellison is gonna speak up to Alistair and say,
I'm immediately with like, nope, this is bad.
Ellison is gonna speak up and look at Alistair and say, Fawn usually choose their soulmate on first sight.
Thank you.
However, I'm not entirely sure if Ragnar understands the weight of this situation right now.
You act like he understands the weight of any situation we've been in.
Ragnar, why don't me and Silky get to know Bluma a little bit better, and you talk with Ellison and the guys.
So you get to know her before I do?
No, we gotta plan your stag party. Get over here.
The fuck is a stag party?
Okay.
Alistair's gonna look at you with like his teeth clenched, just go with it.
I walk towards the other half of the party. It's like, so, what's
Allison, please explain.
What's this party?
situation.
Ragnar, you take 3 physical damage as Ellison
It's
just
just a basket
smacks
party.
you in the back of the head.
What'd I do?
She's gonna pick you up by the scruff of your shirt and say, "What did I tell you about talking to things that you're not supposed to?"
I mean, to be fair, I didn't see her before she started talking. It was kind of in a bush and popped out of nowhere.
Do you have any idea what you just did? Did you say yes?
Oh my gosh, please tell me you
No?
just said yes.
Why?
Didn't exactly say
I don't
yes,
think
but he
Cody's
said,
ever.
"I'm getting
I don't
itched."
think Cody's. Yeah, I don't think Cody's technically said yes yet.
I did not technically say yes. I just said I was getting hitched.
She's just gonna throw you onto the ground and say, "You are fucking lucky."
Why?
Oh my god.
Because satyrs are like praying mantises, where the female eats your head.
No. Ragnar would
I
literally
know.
have to
I'm just making-
completely drop everything in his life right now in order to fulfill his promise to his, she holds up finger quotes, bride.
Yeah, that thing's a child.
Technically, she's 20,
Wait, Ragnar's getting married?
23 in human years, I think that translates to.
Fair enough.
Well,
I thought it was
regardless,
younger, to be
Ragnar,
honest.
oh my gods.
So wait, explain this a little bit to me because I'm completely lost. I don't know anything about satyrs.
Okay, if you would have said yes to her marriage proposal, your life is over.
Why?
Entirely. She literally will have to take you back to her village, okay? Introduce you to her parents, the rest of her village, and then immediately you are living the husband life now, somewhere in the Feywild.
What's so wrong with that?
We're gonna lot of shit going on, dimwit.
You take 6 more damage as she smacks you again.
Like, no, seriously, I don't see what.
We are in the middle of a heist. are in the middle of a heist into what everybody else keeps saying you are a valuable asset of. I mean, yeah, okay, you're a wanted criminal in the world, in the kingdom of Dandelier. Congratulations. This would be a great thing for you. Okay, number one. You are quite literally the worst fucking thing that could set foot in the Feywild.
Ouch.
Damn.
Well then.
That hurt more than the slaps.
So, Alistair, you got that popcorn?
He hands you some, just like he's been eating it the whole time.
Rusty,
He just
Xavier
passes
forgot
the bag.
Peep.
Okay. All right. You're right. Too many important things going on. I did not know about, the whole Seder situation. Why wouldn't you tell us about that before coming in here?
I literally
Fine.
told you to not speak to anyone or anything in
It
these
came
forests.
out of nowhere.
You could have just said, okay, no, sorry, didn't mean to bother you, and walk away.
That's still speaking to.
Then just fucking walk away.
All right. I messed up. I can admit to that. What do we do about this?
Oh my god.
Run. Fake your death.
You technically did not say no, or you technically did not say yes. We can bend her rules into your favor by saying that you technically did not say yes or no. You are now going to have to somehow convince your fiancé to allow you to continue adventuring until you are ready to commit.
Fuck. Okay.
Meanwhile, on the girls' side of things,
We're just casual talking with Bluma and like getting to know her.
she basically tells you that she's from a small village in the Feywilds and has come to the forests of Elendor just to take a look around at the material plane, see what things are like. You find out that she's a musician. She has like a little pipe flute that she plays. And she's a little worried as to like what she might have done wrong.
I want to reassure her she is the sweetest, the loveliest thing we've met. We're just not sure whether Ragnir's qualified to be with her.
Well, I assure you he is.
Could you tell us more about your culture? I'm sorry, I'm afraid we've... hate to say it, but we're rather ignorant of a lot of cultures from the Feywild.
Silky's just gonna say it. We're pretty racist.
Ironically enough, is the person who's like the most racist.
It's getting
Oh god.
That's why Aristella was trying to word it nice lady.
Well, Fawn are more along the lines of you just happen to know, and lying eyes on Ragnir, it just sparked something. I mean, I've never seen anyone and felt this before. So I just assume that it's the connection that I was looking for in a husband. Silky's gonna look at Aristella. Aristella, this is breaking my heart.
I know. She's the sweetest little thing. I'm gonna glance over at the other group and see how
We're
things are coming
smacking,
along
we're
here.
beating up
You can just see
Ragnar's
Ellison
actively being
smacking
beat up.
Ragnar.
Like, hold on. KP. Hold on.
Ella's smacking Ragnar, fucking Xavier and Alistair sitting there watching.
Yeah, that's going about as well as expected there.
This is what happens to Ragnar.
Oh, by the way, what does getting hitched mean?
A lot of different meanings. It depends on
Perception to hear that.
We're not entirely sure what it means in dwarven culture, Bluma.
yeah.
I need bluff rolls from
Dwarves are
Silky
very
and
complicated creatures.
I need bluff rolls from Silky and Aristella.
Oh boy! And this is how we lose Ragnar.
Oh fuck!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is how we lose
lose-
Oh,
Ragnar.
okay, Aristella. Oh my god, thank you, Aristella.
Oh, we're out of the woods yet. Ragnar still has to be talking.
Oh, is there like a secret or something I don't know?
Ragnar tends to muddle his words, and dwarves are just very unusual creatures in general that we've found here. They sometimes are hard to understand the meaning of what they say.
They'll say one thing but mean another.
Like some things that we would casually say, like, so cute. I can't think of the last weird saying, dwarven saying we heard from Ragnar that
Help me out.
means something totally different than what we have for meaning for it.
The bass's ass.
Sad clown.
Actually, yeah, she'd bring that up.
Yes.
They have this weird obsession with sad clowns. Bluma's just gonna like tilt her head like, what's a clown?
Kind of like a jester or an entertainer.
Oh, like a fool.
Yes, a sad fool.
Why would he be sad though? Fools are designed are
They're
trained
meant to be happy. I know, it's a weird dwarven thing. It confuses us as well. It confuses us still. He still hasn't properly explained how that is with the dwarves.
Hey, that's a lie. I have. That's not with the dwarves, it's with my family.
We're saving your ass. Now shut up. Unless you want to go play in the Feywilds and not have an adventure. And not be able to write home to mommy and daddy.
Papa, I've been kidnapped.
By a very pretty satire lady.
Look at my father would high five me.
About time one of my kids got married.
Your mother is a
Done
different story,
mooching
though.
off me.
No, my mother would be so happy that I actually found someone.
Or somebody
That's
would
great
want to put
True,
up with
too.
you.
Father may actually be kind of peeved that it's not a nice dwarven lady.
This is true.
No. My father would be happy because my father knows my taste.
It's like, oh, thank God he found a good one.
Oh, thank God it's not a drow.
Yeah.
That would be my fault.
It's not a drow and it's not an elf.
But it's still Fae. Fuck!
Still a fae.
It's still
I mean,
a
it could be
fae.
worse.
Alright, so as the girls are getting to know Bluma, meanwhile, Allison is just staring daggers at Ragnar.
I'm gonna look over at Alistair and Xavier and give them the puffy dog eyes like, can we keep her?
Alistair's kind of just giving you a big no.
All right.
So, Ragnar, get over there and talk your way out of this.
All right. All right.
Meanwhile, Snooze is just over here, like, petting Peep.
As Ragnar goes and walks up, Xavier's gonna lean over and is like, this is gonna be good.
Girls,
I'm
may
just gonna start making dinner.
may I borrow Bloom for a moment? I always said Bloom. Bluma. Can I borrow
I'm
Bluma
just
for a
gonna
moment?
Sure.
Time to start making supper.
I guess we give them a little bit of room here.
Bluma is just gonna stand there with, like, hands crossed in front of her.
Sorry, give me a moment.
You have caught me off guard. Incredibly so. Between your stunning beauty and your sudden proposal, I was taken aback.
He just continues to stare at you, blinks a couple of times. She's waiting for an answer.
At the moment, I cannot give you an answer. And I know that's not fair to you. But please allow me to explain. He motions for her to come down closer to him. Does she do it?
Yeah, she, like, leans down a little. The rest of you can see her tail is, like, going a million miles a minute.
Because she leaned down just a little, I have to jump. I jump and headbutt her.
Oh my fucking god.
Fucking
Yeah.
What do you
Her
show
head
her?
is filled with a ton of information all at once. She sees our missions, our adventures. She
Did
sees
he headbutt
our
her?
goals. Yes.
Yes.
Oh Christ!
I am showing her everything. I'm laying everything out on the table. And when she comes to, my life is complicated. And it's only going to grow more complicated as things continue. I cannot give you my answer this moment. But I promise you, I will return and give you a proper answer. If you can wait for me, that is all I can ask. Xavier, stone me.
Alright, I throw a rock at you.
Is it the stone that I'm talking about?
You have one.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. Remember, I
Scratch that.
handed it to you and you didn't give it back.
Scratch that. I didn't realize that.
You said stone me. You're about to get stoned.
I hold out one of the rock stones. It's like, this is a magical device. All you have to do is think of me and speak my name, and you can directly communicate with me. If you ever feel lonely, need someone to talk to, anything like that, don't hesitate.
She's gonna reach out and take your hands in hers as she wraps it around the stone and says, well, if you do become my husband, I can help you get away from those horrible things.
As much as that is a tempting offer, those horrible things lead to incredible moments. Like the rescuing of my father and the king. Me seeing Silky meet her sisters. All these incredible moments were created from these horrible situations. I want to see where this ends. I want to see the miracle that is born from this situation. Will you give me that opportunity? And I will bring back with me these magical memories.
She's gonna like take your hands and like rest them against her forehead and says, as long as you promise to come back, I'll wait as long as I have to.
You have my word.
Great, now I gotta throw a party.
She now has a stone.
I gotta start. Whatever. It's like 8 things.
Actually-
great.
So what I do is I pull out a silk rope, right? And I use it to kind of... I pull it out and I pull a string of silk from it and tie the stone into a necklace and place it around her neck.
She's gonna grasp onto it and smile. Just be safe along your journey. Make sure you kick those sad clowns' butts.
Oh my.
Silky's face palming. Oh.
Absolutely.
I'm just looking at our lovely guide, just hand in face, like.
Ellison looks over at the girls and she's like, what the fuck?
Ellison, I give up.
Marcella just kind of shrugs with her hands.
All right. Well then, I believe it is. Give me one more moment.
You can at least come and have dinner with us, Bluma.
Oh, thank God.
Bluma, do you have any dietary restrictions, like not eating meat?
Oh, I don't eat meat, no.
Let me see if I can find something.
Yep, because I'm making, and before he says the word deer, he kind of stops. Stew. We're making stew.
Meat stew.
I'm currently in the middle of making a dish.
With I found some wild garbanzo beans.
Let me take preparations for her dish. And it's what do you usually like to
By
eat?
the way, Ragnar gets pegged with a rock.
Ow. Why?
It's the sending stone that's connected to hers.
Oh.
And on it is a note saying, "You replace this."
Why did Krillin's voice just come into my head? Sensubin!
Sabine!
Hold on, Jacob. Say that again.
Sabine!
You do that too well, man.
Oh my god.
Beep,
That
beep.
almost sounded exactly like it. Holy shit.
Alright, well, putting that encounter list away.
Somebody take note of that. So
We
that
actually got the DM to give up on the encounter list.
Yep. Ragnar
My
got
God.
a dear waifu. Jesus.
Uh.
Yeah, the party encounter. One of the party members encounters a fawn in the forest who proclaims that she is in love with them, or he or she is in love with them and wants to marry them on sight. Yep, that one's going away.
That one checks.
I think the best
Going
thing
in
is
the
that
notes.
Ragnar was the one.
Oh, yeah.
Ragnar was the one that got picked by the dice. Jesus.
I mean, to be fair though, Ragnar was probably the best choice for it,
I agree.
without like completely traumatizing this poor woman.
Yeah, I feel like half the other party members would have cleaved them in half. Or shot her.
I would have been like, no, and just walked away.
Exactly. He just
Alright, well, after a nice dinner, everybody falls asleep. You guys wake up the next day, and of course, you guys say goodbye to Bluma. With the eventual promise of returning and her marrying Ragnar. God help her.
For real.
Alright. Another day goes by as you are traveling. So it's now 3 days. And who has Talon's Rocky Talkie? Xavier?
I do. Yep.
Zivian
He's
keeps
the
all
holders.
the architecture.
No.
Alright.
Soki's got the one that connects to the farm.
Alright, Xavier, your pocket's talking to you.
Oh boy.
Xavier? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Oh, you almost got me in a lot of trouble the other day.
Sorry. It's kind of hard to know when, like, stuff's happening.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh my God. How have things been on your end?
Progressing. We're making our way to Elendor now.
Wait, you're just getting to Elendor?
Well, we snuck around Elendor, went to Ace of Vera.
The Kitsune Village?
But yes.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
And we believe we have a lead that will help us to get into Elendor.
Oh, well, that's good. At least, you know, you're being cautious as to finding an alternate entrance.
Yeah, well, our first time about, we scouted it out a little bit, and there was like magical shakedowns happening.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like Elendor, all right.
But got a favor.
Not really sure what I can do for you in here.
Well, all we really need is for you to talk to your friend Alfredi.
What do you need a Frady for?
Mr. Alfredo.
After things are settled, I might have to
you
make a trip to the Underdark.
Said he's from the Underdark, correct?
Yeah?
Would he know how to get into the Underdark?
Xavier, you're scaring me. Why do you
We
need
about
to
to
go to the
commit
Underdark?
We about to commit so much crime.
Well,
Xavier, you're scaring me. Why do you need... I was muted, sorry. Xavier, you're scaring me. Why are you needing to go to the Underdark?
Well, the good news is we found out 8's druid powers aren't broken. She just has a very rare form of druidic powers, and the best way of getting someone to teach her about it is to go to the Underdark.
Huh. Okay.
That's just a rough summary of the gist of it.
Fair enough. Have you discovered anything else?
you might want to hear it in person.
Yeah.
You're already scared.
It's and you know, I look around. It's like everything else. Probably one of those things best said in person.
All right, listen. I really don't think that it can get any worse than what you told me when we met in Myra.
Here, pass
Uh,
it.
alright.
Pass the rock.
I pass it to Aristella.
Talon, we kind of got a explosion dropped on us in Severa. Not a literal one, but
I was about to say,
a knowledge one.
Please tell me you didn't light another forest on fire.
No. No, the
One
Kitsune village was
fucking
more
time.
enlightening than we thought. Turns out there's a reason why the sword came to Silky. And it has to do with the prophecy. I don't want to elaborate more without being in person.
I think you've said enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but can Talon put two and two together?
Talon
No.
can. I trust she can.
We're breaking this poor woman.
Oh, fuck. You're serious, aren't you?
Coming from the head of the Kitsune village.
They think Silky is the Lightbringer.
They're pretty adamant.
I mean, Silky is adorable and all.
Silky's soul also seems to be damaged.
How? And how does that pertain to what... How does that pertain to her being the Lightbringer?
I would assume that if her soul is not complete, and well, she cannot bring forth her full potential and or personality.
As I was saying, Aristella, Silky is adorable and all, and she's very knowledgeable. The
I
issue,
will have.
the
We
issue.
will have to. I know. Trust me, Alistair was a skeptic for everybody here.
I make a very good skeptic.
They tried having someone other than somebody in the group touch the sword.
Okay.
Needless to say, they were not neutral in alignment nor good, and it severely burnt their hand.
That makes sense. The sword is attuned to the goddess of silence, who was a neutral goddess.
Yes, but being a neutral goddess would also mean, most likely, it could go either way.
Correct. The sword is a very powerful artifact. Especially with the material it's made out of course it has countermeasures. That people with pure hearts and good intentions can hold the sword but will never be able to properly wield it. People of a true neutral heart and chosen by the goddess can actually use the weapon. Hence where the legend of the Lightbringer comes into play. People with ill intentions in their hearts will not be able to even touch the sword. Although,
Anyway, they did their soul mumbo jumbo.
although I hate to cut you off, KP, but there's more that she needed to say. Although,
Okay.
I do remember there's something in the church exclaiming that people who have relinquished her teachings, they would also not be able to wield the sword. And will be branded forever.
Good to know. Either way, I don't think we'll get a definitive answer until the mysteries around Silky are fully uncovered.
And as I was saying, as much as I adore Silky, I apologize by what I say. She does not meet the requirements of what the legend says about the Lightbringer.
But legends can also change through word of mouth.
That is true, yes. However, I'm not getting my hopes up.
We're just relaying what we have heard. We're hoping to get more information from the archives, but as of right now, we're following up on a lead to be able to get in.
I see. Well, I was calling you more specifically for that reason. Word has spread among the people about the dismantling of the council in Dandelier. And for what I've heard, it's not good.
What have you heard?
The city has practically fallen in two halves. Those who are still wanting to follow the ways of the council, but are against the folks who see the council for what they were, liars and imposters, and they wish to go back to what it used to be with the king.
So mayhaps the king needs to step in and provide guidance to perhaps a new form of government that would satisfy both parties.
Well, the adventurers are at least keeping the people at bay right now. However, if things get any more restless, I fear that the city might collapse. Just be careful going to Elendor, as security might be a little more stricter. I'm going to continue to do some investigation here in the city, but as of the moment, I don't really have anything to report. Keeping a low profile is proving more difficult than I thought.
Just be careful.
If it gets too risky, just leave.
Right. Just be careful. I'll be in touch
You
soon.
too.
And the rock will cut. Alright. And finally, you guys return to the walls of Elendor.
Alright, time to go see a cat about a man? Man about a cat?
So, who has the rock?
If I remember correctly,
8.
8 does?
Yep.
Hey,
I have the rock.
so 8. You pull out the rock. And what do? It's a rock.
I would call out his name.
The rock does not respond.
Maybe we should have asked about how to use the rock.
Nah, it's more fun this way.
Try putting some of your magic into it, 8.
I'll try to pour some magic into it.
Alright. So as you pour some of your magic into it, you notice that there happens to be a small magical line that appears inside the gem, and it almost acts like a compass.
Oh my gosh, there's a cat radar. Like, this is me saying it, not 8.
All right,
It's a cat piss. Cat compass.
cat compass.
Cat piss.
I mean, it's better than the one from Pirates of the Caribbean. This one's a little more specific.
Fair enough.
There.
All right, and eventually, following the compass, you guys happen to come across the cat up in a tree, just hanging out.
Look up towards the cat, like, oh, seems like we meet again.
He's just gonna look at you guys. He's gonna roll his eyes and
I'm
go back to
Gonna-
napping on the branch. What are you doing, Rusty?
I was gonna say, whenever he looks up at us, I'll be like, "It's good to see you again," and bow to him.
I guess we should all bow, maybe? I don't know. Not really sure of what his ranking is in the... I suppose it doesn't hurt to be polite.
He's an awakened cat, so that's pretty impressive in its own right.
But we also remember he did studying spirit magic, which means he was in the Kitsune village.
And he knows... Well, they seem to know him fairly well, so...
What are you all wanting to waste my time with this time?
Actually, we didn't mean to waste your time, but some old friends of yours pointed us in your direction.
We seek a way into Elendor.
Besides the main path.
He's gonna lift his head up and says, "A way into Elendor. I see. Well, if you take a look to your right, walk approximately 45 paces that way, you'll find a dirt road. Follow the dirt road into the main gates, and have a nice day."
Sir
That
Kato,
would be a wonderful option if it wasn't for... If I walk in there, that would be a bad idea.
Then
what were their
why-
names again?
Then why would you want to go into the city in the first place?
Shin, Kashin, and Ray.
Shen, Kashin, and Ray pointed us in your direction. They said you might be able to help. We came from the Kitsune village. We are looking for answers there in Elendor that are not accessible to the public. And unfortunately, we are not able to go through, well, some of us are not able to go through the main thoroughfare.
Well,
Any help would be most appreciated.
in that case, then, how do I know that all of you are capable, per se, of completing whatever this task is that you so desire? If Shin sent you to me, he must be incredibly desperate.
Well, to be honest, we got no idea. We
They
either gonna
believe
choose
one of
sailed
our
or fail.
they believe one of our companions is related to the Lightbringer and the prophecy surrounding it. Hence why we wish to seek more information. Who better to have the information than the elves?
And the archives themselves.
You seek assistance to break into the city and
Solely to get into the city.
infiltrate the second most guarded archives in the world for information regarding a prophecy that does not even pertain to this kingdom.
Kind of, sort of. It's a little
The
column A,
elves
little column B.
helped. The elves helped in the creation of silence.
Every kingdom did, sweetie.
Yes, but the elves have a much higher sense of pride than many of the other races.
The elves were far more involved than you think.
I don't doubt it. Being as sophisticated and intricately linked to magic as they are,
I would also like to
I'm-
point out we have been successful in a very similar mission to this when we broke into the Dwarven archives.
you cannot compare apples to oranges, Ragnar.
So you are the group that have practically collapsed the great city of dwarves.
Yep, that would be us, Mister. Not intentional, completely by accident. But hey, we kind of just stumble into getting what we want. So what's to stop this gravy train now?
So now you seek to do it on purpose.
We
Nah,
don't
not really.
seek to do anything other than obtain information.
Listen, Mr. Cat, at the end of the day, we're just trying to figure out information about silence and its construction, while also trying to find out the true history of the continents, because the dragons have confirmed with us that history is being rewritten by whomever is currently in proxy power to the kingdoms.
It's such a mouthful.
He's gonna lay down and he's gonna like prop his head up against his paw. Fascinating.
So, you'd see it one of two ways there, good sir. Either
It's
you give us some just desperately needed help that your old associates in the Kitsune village said you'll be able to attest to, or we're just gonna wander around the outside of this city until we find a hole in the wall and crawl through it.
Aristella's gonna facepalm.
Cat's gonna just lay there for a second and think for a minute. Very well. How about I make you a deal?
Name your price.
I would like to see if you are capable of breaking into these archives. And I'm going to ask you 3 riddles.
Oh boy, here we go.
If you can answer them correctly, I will assist you in getting into Elendor.
Okay.
At the price of me joining you in the archives.
Sure.
There is great magical knowledge within those archives in which I seek.
You'll have no complaints from us to have someone who's much more well versed and stronger in magic than we are, dealing with a whole bunch of magic hullabaloo.
But I will only help you if you are able to answer my riddles.
Such is fair.
All right. This pertains to all of you as well. So I hope you have your thinking hats on.
Josh, I love riddles.
So Kodo sits up and he says, riddle number 1. What always runs but never walks? Often murmurs but never
Water.
talks.
A brook.
Has a
A
bed
river.
but never sleeps. An open mouth
River.
that never eats.
River, water, stream,
A river.
Brook. Yeah, all of the above.
creek.
There's the mouth of the river. There's the riverbed.
They're called babbling brooks.
Babbling Brooks.
But it says, he said it.
And murmur is also another term for like the movement of water.
Yeah.
Do we get it?
What is your final answer?
River.
A river is,
Oh,
a river is correct.
okay.
It's the bed. The bed's really what sealed that one there.
Riddle number 2. Never resting, never still, moving silently from hill to hill. It does not walk, run, or trot. All is cool where it is not.
Oh, it's cool where it's not? Because I was initially thinking a shadow.
I was thinking the wind.
That last bit was tripping me up there. All is cool where it is not.
The riddle is in general of our Discord.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was
I
about
very
to say-
much. All is cool where it is not. Never resting, never still. Always moving from hill to hill.
Nope, moving silently from hill to hill.
From hill to hill to hill. Yeah, sorry.
It does not walk, run, or trot. All is cool where it is not.
Oh, it's sunlight then. It's just
The
the opposite
sun.
of a shadow. It's just sunshine.
Sunshine is correct.
So, what's so if the shadow's cool, the sun is hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're cool.
I like to think that Alistair's like absolutely like doing so good with these riddles. Like it's like, where does he have this intelligence?
Okay. Final riddle. What does man love more than life? Fear more than death or mortal strife? What the poor have, the rich lack, and what content men desire? What the miser spends and the spendthrift saves, and all men carry to their graves.
Is that one nothing? Oh, it's peace of mind or something like that. Or is it regret? Does man love more than life, fear more than death, or mortal strife?
It is nothing.
It is nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nothing is correct.
Okay, I was right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
When I say I like riddles, I like riddles.
You like riddles.
I like
Listen,
riddles.
we all have our very nerdy things. I'm a sucker for a puzzle, and Josh knows this. Alistair, as a resident poor person, would be like nothing.
Coda sits there, just you see his eye twitch in annoyance.
He was expecting us to get these. Listen, we may be brash, uncouth, and not exactly smell nice, but we ain't stupid.
Brash, He's gonna say this
Most
as
of the
he's like
time.
he's gonna say this as he's like climbing down the tree. Rash, uncouth, ill-mannered, you smell like a pig's ass. And give me a headache beyond anything that I have ever felt before.
You're welcome.
But
Welcome to the charm of whatever we do.
He's gonna sit in front of you
Hush.
guys, and he's gonna say, "But a promise is a promise. My name is Coda, the Awoken Cat, and I am here to help you."
And we thank you greatly for your assistance, sir.
That is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Before we close out, I just want to say this. The entire cart ride after meeting Bluma, and even up till now, Ragnar's face has been stuck in his little journal.
So when's Ragnar gonna tell his mom he found a girl?
Well, Ragnar's been drawing this entire time,
Mhm.
and it's only been images of Bluma.
Oh God.
I don't want to know what's
Fucking
in that
love
journal.
struck. If it's
No,
Ragnar's, I don't want to
it's
go
nothing. It's not anything like that. It's just
All right, so
We're just questionable of his artistic skill.
questionable his artistic skill. Okay, hold on.
next time is going to begin the infiltration of Elendor.
There you go, KP.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank
But
you
that's
all
cool.
so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope to see you all next time. And hopefully, we're going to be getting into the archives of Elendor. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
But